Hey guys, this is Jason from SoCal Accessories. Today I'm going to be showing you guys step by step on how to mount and wire a 50-inch light bar. We're using the 50-inch single row from Rough Country, and we're using some light bar brackets where there's no modification needed. You don't have to cut the roof if you have that stock roof like I do. So we'll be showing you guys how to mount this and how to put the brackets on. We're going to be using these brackets, and we're still going to be using the OEM style mirrors. All right, so to test fit it, we put these on here temporarily just to hold it, but the mirror is going to be actually holding it. We wanted to see if this crease needed to be inward or outward for it to clear the 50-inch light bar, so it's going to be inward. Once we start, we're going to put the mirror on. The mirror is going to act as our nut. We're going to put a little bit of Loctite, and once we start to put it pretty snug, we're going to arch this upward so the light bar will be sitting higher up instead of slanted downward like that. But it does have a crease right here, so it's personal preference where you want it. We're doing the wiring wiring on this side, so we're going to lift up part of the windshield or the roof to run the wire and zip tie it to here and then run it into the plastic. So we'll be showing you guys that right now. Alright you guys, so if you're not going to be using the OEM mirrors or OEM style mirrors, which most people don't use these, they use the ones that clamp around this post with the lights and stuff. You don't really have to worry about this. I bought longer bolts than what the mirrors came with, and I put like these dress-up kits as washers so they would thread in all the way. And then I tilted the bracket upward like I said. I used the lock washer and the washer on the light bar. I also used a little bit of Loctite on it. And I hooked this up directly to a battery for now to turn on the light to see where it's pointing at, because I wanted it to sit slightly higher than where the low beam and high beam shine. So now that it's where I want it, I went ahead and tightened it up. So we'll show you guys how it lights up, how it looks. This is the cover that was on top of it. To take that off, if you get the same one, you have to pry up with your palm and tilt it from the top. So you put pressure up and you tilt the top piece that latches on forward. And then right now I'll show you guys how we're going to run the wires, where we're going to run these through, and the switch and everything. Alright you guys, so the wiring for this light bar, I zip tied it right here to the outside. You could zip tie it wherever. If you don't have a windshield, you could run the wire on the inside of this tubing and zip tie it to that instead. Ran it in through here. The plug on this Rough Country light bar is a very big plug, so we used a T30 to loosen that one and this one, and then this plastic, you could pull it this way, and then we got the plug through there. Ran the plug down here. We're gonna zip tie it along where we have those other wires behind the steering, and this is a big plug right here. So you have power and ground, and you have that little notch right there. That notch has to line up with the notch right here on the relay that they give you, and then once you push it in all the way, you push this and you twist it to lock the male and female together. And then we're going to hide the wires behind the dash right there. To remove these front seats, nut and bolt, two nuts, and then you have the bolt that holds the seat belt. So you're removing 5 total. We're running the harness through here. If you remove your seat, you don't have to remove the back one. We're doing other stuff too, so we have the back one removed. But once you remove that seat, these side panels are all held in with clips. They just pop out. Wherever is easier for you to pop it out from, whether it's the top or bottom, grip wherever you could grip the best, and you pull it towards you, and they'll pop out of place. Then we're going to zip tie all these wires. We're going to run it to ground and an ACC power source that are here. You have a ground 12 volt and then a ACC 12 volt. We're going to run it to the ACC. You could run it to the regular 12 volt, but some of these rocker switches, the lights stay on even when it's off if you go directly to the 12 volts, so that's the only reason we're running to the ACC. I don't remember the ones that we're using if they stay on even when they have power, if the switch is off or not. But if yours has a ACC power source, usually that's going to be the best bet so that it doesn't drain the battery if your light stays on your switch. And that's basically it for the whole video install. We'll show you guys how it lights up afterwards. We'll try and shut the door and shut off the lights so you guys could see how it actually looks. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. If it was, please like and subscribe to the channel. And then for the switch, we cut off the little push button one that it came with, and we added this rocker switch right there. I'll put a clip of how we plug that in, what color goes to what, but they're always going to be different depending how many spots yours has. So I would look up a diagram for whatever rocker switch you have in particular, and then the cable for that is just ran behind the dash, but you could put that in whatever empty slot you have. So whether it's there, one of the ones on that side. Alright you guys, so we cut off the little push button switch that it came with, and we're using a rocker switch. There's a lot of different types of rocker switches. Some come with 4 pins, 3 pins, 5 pins, 6 pins. So try and look up a diagram for whichever one you end up buying. But anyways, the one we're using, it has a ground up here. Alright you guys, all this light output is just from that 50-inch rough country light bar. So that's the light output on that, so you can see it.